to date, Cata Odata, and they have been collaborating with more than 100 artists and collectives, both local and international, such as Imam Sutyahyo, Chitra Sasmita, Circle of Residency from the UK, and also the Necessary Stage from Singapore. Sharing their stories in how they bridge boundaries with art as a vantage point, please give a big applause to Ajeng and Ratna from Cata Odata.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Hi.
Good evening. Hi, my name is Ratna and I'm co-founder of Cata Odata.
And my name is Ajeng. I am the public relations of Cata Odata, an art house that loves to work alongside with the Indonesian emerging artists from Bali and East Java. And we are currently based in Penestanan, Kelot Ubud.
In 2014, yes, I co-founded Cata Odata with my artistic partner Knut. When there are many art galleries and as well as art spaces in Bali decided to close its door. Penestanan Kelot itself used to be called as an artist village once. But then now, of course, because everything has changed, so there are more and more villa for rent and of course taxi drivers. Nothing is wrong, but of course, we can start question what is art village without an artist.
Might be because of the current trends, commercial exploitation, and of course the unaffordable living costs that we can blame on. But perhaps it's because of the excessive practice of exclusivity that has spoiled the sense of the art itself.
So, what's art if we cannot taste the cheese or sips the wine,
yes.
right? So don't cut the cheese yet. Tonight we're not going to judge each other, and we're also not going to reminisce about the golden age that already been gone. But tonight we're going to revisit again what is the basic idea about art and why we're crazy over it. So I was born 29 years ago in a Chinese family, and unfortunately I grew in one of the most prejudiced era against this minority in Indonesia. Art becomes kind of my enlightenment so that I could find that life is not all about black and white. And what about you, Ajeng?
And for me, art is a melting pot. So I grew up in multiple cultures and religions also. And somehow people find it opposite to each other. And for me, art is the humblest way for me to express my uniqueness. And also it's transformative, and somehow it's challenging my perspective in seeing things, actually.
How did you find Cata Odata?
Well, back in 2016, I met Knut and Ratna. Knut is a visual artist, and Ratna is a set designer for theater. And they already co-founded Cata Odata from 2014. And that's when I decided to join Cata Odata.
Thank you. So, actually, we are really grateful that we meet Ajeng as well, who has studied in social as well as political science as our public relations, because we found later that to sustain art practice, the best way is to always keep approaching the community.
Yes. And of course,
why interdisciplinary?
Yes. Why is interdisciplinary approach is important for us? I mean, in the practices of our program. It's because it can connect all the bridge that we need to bridge on. And of course that we connected all the community from the artists and of course all the participants that involved in the program itself.
Because we connect to each other faster than ever through this global world. So interdisciplinary practice itself is very important for artists because it teaches them how to see differences and be okay with it. So instead of saying, oh, this is not art, this is art, or this is bad, they will use these differences to enrich their artistic palettes.
And of course, it can enhance and further develop artist sensitivity to more critical of the social and cultural issues. And for their art itself, they can also further develop the art to be inspirational and maybe can change people for the better.
Yeah, so today, Cata Odata has been collaborating with at least 100 artists, both locally and internationally. And together as a team, we always co-create, co-curate experiences and events such as performing arts and then
exhibitions,
what else?
Shows,
residencies, everything in between. So maybe you'd like to talk about collab?
Yeah, sure. So we would like to broaden our views and share our horizons. And that's when we created Collab. It's a Cata Odata laboratory, a non-profit program which we embraces openness and collaborative spirit as its best.
Yeah, and actually we just finished the collab for 2018 that just happened last month. And in this collab 2018, we invite two communities, a collective from Indonesia, of course, and from Singapore. So first we have Wolf Lab from Surabaya that creates audiovisual installation and of course the necessary states that has been practicing theater for 30 years internationally.
Yes, and it was the first time also for the WAF Lab to work with the theater environment. And of course, it was the first time also for the necessary stage to work with the Indonesian artists in Bali.
Sounds wonderful, right? When we can meet more people and to broaden our horizon, but honestly, we are scared. Because we are stepping into the unknown. A lot of things that we cannot, think priorly. But, for example, if the artists couldn't bridge their differences, or as simply as when the collaborators couldn't find any chemistry in their artistic field, so what to do? Of course, we have to admit and we have to keep moving on to do better.
Yes, and that's why we think that our program Collab is a strong and flourishingly on how we can apply this interdisciplinary approach that we now talk. This is tonight to you now. And we think that it validates a saying that art can connect people and also the perspectives.
Cata Odata journey is still really young, thus many challenges await us in the future. Therefore, if given a chance, we would like to contribute to the realization of an open-minded community so that we can have a better future, not only for us, but also for the generations to come.
And by bridging boundaries and always challenging our perspective, we realize that we would like art to be seen as an inclusive and fluid expressive form for everyone to deserve that they can experience the art itself.
Yes. So thank you very much to all of you who joined us tonight to listen why art becoming more important, well, at least to Cata Odata, and why it has been our vantage point to see the world. So I hope that in the future we can create more expressions that is willing to listen, to respect, to reform, and more importantly, to have the flexibility or versatility to be seen as one or with another. Thank you and have a great Pechakucha. Cheers!
Thank you, Arjun and Ratna.
Thank you.
You, anyone here have a question for Arjun and Ratna? Yes. You have a physical space.
Space in Penestanan Kelot Ubud. So it's a building with residencies for artists, and also we rent some of our room in Airbnb. And of course we have workshop space which is available for artists and also all the creative practitioners. So basically we open for all.
And the gallery at the first floor. It's in Penestanan Kelot. Anything? And yeah.
So do you connect foreigners who need Balinese or Indonesian artists with people that could help them in particular? Like, for example, if I had a project where I wanted to have some painting done on glass, would I come to you and you would help pair me with someone?
As long as we have, the right person to be connected with you, of course, by all means, you can always come to our place and speak about what you have in mind. But in Cata Odata itself, because Indonesia is very broad, yeah, and we actually consist of at least hundreds of races and a language. So to make us easier to work, because we have very limited resources as well in Cata Odata, we try to keep it small. So that's why we focus on our Indonesian artists who are based in Bali and East Java. Yeah.
You'll leave the way to contact you, or do you have some?
Yes, you can just type Cata Odata, and later I can talk to you personally as well. Yeah, thank you.
And for maybe everyone who would like to know about Cata Odata, we are available in Instagram at Cata Odata. If you would like to scrolling down about what we have done before. Maybe another questions for us? Nope.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love having people here. Oh, let's go to the third speaker.